Have you ever looked at the financial news and felt a strange sense of disconnection? The headlines report that the average American household now has a net worth of over $1 million. But you look at your neighborhood and your own bank accounts and wonder where all that money is hiding. The truth is that the word average is one of the most dangerous traps in modern financial planning. It is a mathematical illusion that groups everyday hardworking people with billionaires and tech moguls. If you have felt behind or anxious about your progress, it is likely because you are measuring yourself against a lie. Today we are going to strip away the noise and look at the real numbers that define your financial reality. We will look at what it actually takes to be stable, secure, and truly free in today's economy. The first thing you must understand is the massive gap between the mean and the median. In mathematics, the mean is calculated by adding everyone's wealth together and dividing it by the number of people. When you put one billionaire in a room with 99 people who have nothing, the average wealth is $10 million. On paper, everyone in that room looks like a multi-millionaire. But the median is different because it represents the person standing exactly in the middle of the line. The median is the true heartbeat of the middle class. According to the latest data from the Federal Reserve, the median household net worth in America is about $193,000. That is a far cry from the $1 million average that the media loves to talk about. $193,000 is the reality for most families. But there is an even deeper layer to this story that often goes unmentioned. Net worth includes everything you own minus everything you owe. For many people in their 50s and 60s, the vast majority of that net worth is tied up in the walls of their home. If your house has doubled in value over the last 20 years, your net worth has increased significantly. However, you cannot go to the grocery store and pay for your food with a piece of your kitchen cabinets. You cannot use the equity in your roof to pay a sudden medical bill without taking on new debt. This is what we call being house rich and cash poor. True financial security in retirement does not come from the value of your home on paper. It comes from liquid, investable assets that generate actual cash flow every single month. To understand where you truly stand on the financial map, we need to look at the 5 levels of survival. Level 1 is the danger zone, where your net worth is between $0 and $17,000. In this zone, you are living without a safety net. A single car repair or a broken appliance can spiral into a permanent debt trap. If you are in this category, your priority is not investing in the stock market yet. Your priority is breathing room and building a small emergency fund of at least $1,000. Level 2 is the lower middle class, where net worth sits between $17,000 and $58,000. The median here is roughly $27,000. People in this tier often have a steady job and a reliable vehicle, but they are still vulnerable. They make too much money to qualify for government assistance, but not enough to feel truly safe. Every financial decision is made with a sense of underlying tension. Level 3 is the stability zone, where net worth ranges from $145,000 to $500,000. This is where most people believe the American dream lives. You likely own your home or are very close to paying it off. Your retirement accounts are growing, and an emergency is an inconvenience rather than a catastrophe. But even at this level, you are not yet free from money worries. You still have to budget carefully for vacations and keep a close eye on your monthly spending. Level 4 is the upper middle class, where wealth starts to feel real, ranging from $500,000 to $2 million. This is the most deceptive tier because it is where lifestyle inflation does the most damage. As people earn more, they often buy bigger houses and luxury cars that require more maintenance and higher insurance. They find themselves earning 3 times what they used to, yet they feel just as stressed. They are running fast on a treadmill that never stops. True wealth is not about what you spend. It is about what you keep and what you grow. Level 5 is true financial freedom, which usually begins at a net worth of over $2 million. At this level, your money officially starts working harder than you do. If you have $2 million invested in a conservative portfolio, it can generate a steady stream of income. You are no longer trading your limited time for dollars. You have purchased the ultimate luxury, which is the ability to choose how you spend your day. But reaching this level requires a shift in how you view your investments. For decades, we were told to follow the 4% rule. The idea was that you could withdraw 4% of your portfolio every year and never run out of money. But the world has changed since that rule was created in the 1990s. With higher inflation and longer life expectancies, many experts now suggest a more conservative approach. Relying on a 3.5% withdrawal rate provides a much higher margin of safety for a 30-year retirement. This means, for every $100,000 you have saved, you can safely spend about $3,500 per year. When you combine this with your Social Security benefits, the picture starts to become clearer. The average Social Security benefit is roughly $1,900 per month per person. For a retired couple, that is about $45,000 per year in guaranteed income. If you have a $500,000 portfolio, your investments can add another $17,000 per year. That brings your total annual income to $62,000. In many parts of the country, that is enough for a very comfortable and dignified life. But you must be wary of the traps that keep people from moving up the levels. The biggest trap is trying to look wealthy instead of actually being wealthy. Social media has created a culture of comparison that is toxic to your financial health. You see friends on luxury cruises or neighbors with brand new trucks and feel a pressure to keep up. What you do not see is the massive amount of high-interest debt they took on to fund that appearance. The truly wealthy are often invisible because they value security over status. They drive older cars and live in modest homes, so they can invest the difference. They understand that every dollar spent on an unnecessary luxury is a dollar that cannot compound for their future. It is never too late to change the trajectory of your net worth. Your current net worth is simply a reflection of your past decisions. By making different choices today, you can create a different outcome for tomorrow. Start by tracking your numbers every single month. What you measure, you can improve. Focus on increasing the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Invest that gap into simple assets like an S&P 500 index fund. Let time and compound interest do the heavy lifting for you. Remember that wealth is not a number on a screen. It is the freedom to live life on your own terms. It is the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are not a burden to your children. It is the ability to be generous with your time and your resources. Do not let the fake average numbers in the news discourage you. Define what wealth means for your specific life and your specific needs. Whether you are at level 1 or level 4, the path forward is the same. Stay disciplined, stay consistent, and protect your peace of mind. I want to hear from you in the comments below. Where do you feel you stand on this financial map right now? What is one change you are making this year to increase your financial security? If you found this perspective helpful, please consider sharing it with someone who might be feeling overwhelmed by the news. Your financial future is in your hands, and it starts with the next decision you make. Thank you for spending this time with me.